everybody, my name's Tim. I am an HPDE instructor. I spend a lot of time at Circuit America's COTA, which this video is about. I spend a lot of time there going around the track, coaching drivers. This video today is going to be about a few things. Number one, it's going to show the flag stations. Flag stations at COTA are exceptionally hard to find, more than your standard HPDE track. COTA is the only F1, permanent F1 track in the US. It's a really wide track. It's designed for multiple cars to jam into the corner. Because of this, the track surface itself is wide, and then there's also a lot of extra space on the sides of the track, runoff, if you will, putting the flag stations really far off track. There's quite a few of the stations where you're looking one way going around the corner, and the flag station's at the outset of the corner. There's some that are, as you're coming around the corner, immediately on the inside of the corner, so it's really hard to see those until the last second. So number one, we're going to look at flag stations. Number two, we're going to talk about the emergency exits on this track. If you're dropping oil, coolant, fluids, your car's broken down, it's running out of steam, you need to get off track. If you're dumping fluids on this track, it can get real expensive for you. So we're going to look at where these emergency exits are. They're all the way around the track marked. And then third, we're going to talk about the line. Now, mind you, there's multiple lines, race lines around the track. I drive a horsepower car, the Shelby GT500. It's a heavyweight bruiser, a lot of horsepower, a lot of brakes. So I'm going to show the horsepower line. If you're more of a momentum car like a Miata, low horsepower, Porsche, whatever, you may take a more flowing line. The horsepower line is all about, getting the car straight, hard acceleration, late apex, late turn in, and getting back on throttle. So we'll take a look at the horsepower line. So here we go. We're going to take a look at COTA, Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Thanks for watching. Here we go. Starting off with just a general overview, Circuit of the Americas is 3.41 miles, 20 turns. There's a good mix of horsepower straights and technical sections. Turn one down there at the bottom of the map is a pretty good hill going up. It doesn't really translate very well on videos or pictures that you see online, but in person that's a pretty good hill. After turn two, you go into the S's, 3, 4, 5, 6. They kind of tighten up on you and get a little more challenging. We'll talk about that when we get into the line section. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is a blind turn. You got to turn before I see it. For newbies at the track, it's a little sporty, but once you get the hang of it, it's probably going to be your most fun corner. 11 to 12 is a big straight. Again, we get into a technical section on the backside there and going around the carousel. After 19 is your pit in. 20 coming up the front straight. You can delay brakes because, like I said, you're going up a steep hill going into turn one. All right, on to flag stations. So I'm using dash cam footage from my GT500 out front 4K. It's the best view out front, what's going on. The flag stations at COTA, like I said earlier, are kind of difficult to see. They're offset from track centerline quite a bit. This is a professional F1 and also NASCAR runs our track, so there's going to be a ton of flag stations out there. They're not all going to be occupied for HPDE. I'm going to show you the ones that are likely to be occupied, but just keep in mind that a lot of the stations that you see out there aren't going to have a body in them. All right, so this is coming right out of the pits, first lap, cold tires, cold brakes, avoiding all the curbing, just taking it easy, going around the track, and I'm using this lap to point out the flag station. So coming up the hill, blend lines on your right, don't cross that. This is the straight from corner 20 up to 1. There's your first flag station immediately on the right. Turn 1, hard turn to the left, and this is not the line. I'll be showing you the line later. There's going to be a flag station coming up here. You're looking right, and guess what? It's off to the left, so an easy one to miss, and this one is occupied. You can see the person in there. Turn 2, again, don't be using this for the line. This is just the warm-up lap. I usually do 1 or 2 warm-up laps before attacking the curbing and getting crazy on my line. S's, 3, 4, 5, 6. They tighten up. And way offset on the inside, a lot of my students miss this one, way off from center line is a flag station to the right. Coming into 6, a real challenge here, you're looking around the corner and there's a flag station immediately right here on the inside of this turn. You can see the body in there. And then, surprise, surprise, there's another one here. As you're looking left into 7, you're going to see a flag station off to the right there. All right, going into 7. And right turn up 8. No flag stations here. We're kind of up on the plateau, as I'll call it, 9 to 10. Immediately on your left, flag station there. 10 is a blind turn coming up here to the left. You're going to be looking left, and guess what? There's another hidden flag station off to the right there. Turn 10, turn before you see it. Again, this is not the line. We'll be doing this on the hot lap after this. Coming into the back straight, 11 into 12. You're looking left, flag station is off to the right on the outside of the turn. All right, the big back straight. There will be a flag station coming up on your left, partway down the straight. And you're at speed, so you may have a little bit of tunnel vision looking down the track, but it's going to be there on your left. And then there's going to be another one at the end of the back straight on the right. You're looking left going into turn 12, and the flag station is on the outside of the turn. There it is there outside of the turn. That's turn 12. All right, getting into a technical section of the track. Again, this is not the line. There is a hidden flag station right there. Again, turning right, looking right, and it's off to your left. There's another one out here, but it's not usually occupied, so I didn't show that. Coming around before you get into the carousel. Right there, straight ahead, flag station, the outside of 15. Then you got 16, 17, 18. Coming around a right-hand turn. There are some flag stations on the outside here that are not all occupied, but this one here, first one coming around just after 16 is occupied. There's another one here on the left coming up that I don't remember. Let's see. Yep, I think this one was occupied. So keep an eye out for those both on the outside of the turn. Okay, this is a big one that you can see here. It's on the right-hand side. This is your last chance for catching a flag going into pit, because pit entry is immediately on your left there. If you miss that, then you go all the way around. You got to do the lap of shame. All right, turn 20, you're looking left. There's a flag station on the outside to your right. Turn 20 up to 1, the other horsepower straight. And again, that hill going up there at the end is much more dramatic in person than what you see in the videos. But there's going to be a flag station at the top of the hill on the right. You're going to be looking left. There it is, and that is your last flag station. That concludes the flag station lap. All right, up next are all these emergency escapes. They're marked on the barriers with the orange panel there. These are all around the track. I'm not showing all of them, I'm just showing a few of them here. But if you have a problem with your car, dropping fluids, whatever, you need to get off track now. Look for these. Go back and watch that first flag station lap. You'll see a lot of them. All right, it's time to talk the race line. Now, it's not the race line. There's multiple race lines. Like I said before, I drive a Shelby GT500. It's a heavyweight bruiser. I take what I call the horsepower line. A Miata, a Porsche might take a different line. But I'm going to show you getting on throttle, late apex. It's all about putting the hammer down the line around COTA. Now, a word of caution, I am a curb jumper. I'm not promoting curb jumping. It comes with risks. You can upset the car, but there's risk rewards. If you're trying to get your max speed through a corner, you're trying to make that corner as straight as possible to stay on throttle, bigger radius turns. So with that comes curb jumping, inside of the corner curb jumping. You'll see the NASCAR guys when they run there, they do the same thing. So just FYI, I'm not promoting curb jumping. Buyer beware, use it at your own risk, but my line is going to show you jumping curbs. All right, so here we go. We're picking this up from turn 20, coming in. Brakes and tires already warm, car's warm, full throttle up the hill. There's a dark band across the pavement that you'll see. I use that as my brake marker. Now this car got in my way here, so I had to get on brakes a little bit earlier, but right here there's kind of a little jump, settle. As soon as I jump and settle, I mash the brakes. Late apex turn 1, swing out wide, full track, correct back to left. This is the new asphalt as of 2024. Late apex this, I get deep into the red and white on this, your choice. Come in the middle of the track here going into 3, 4, 5. So deep red, delay, deep green, delay, the turn in deep green again, come out, Middle of the track, hesitate, and then tighten, 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 get deep into the red. You want to be on the wrong side of the track here, on the right side. Then go red to red, aim at the red and white with your front right tire, and then hard turn into the red, go deep into the red here, and then deep into the red here. This is up on the plateau, 9 to 10. 10 is a blind turn, you gotta turn before you see it if you're gonna jump the curb. I put the white right underneath the middle of the car, and if you need to escape off to the right here because there's a wall immediately on your left. All right, late apex, 12, or actually 11 going into 12. This is the back straight. Stay track right because you're going to be doing a hard, more than 90-degree turn to the left. I'm passing traffic here. Brake markers are on the right. Also, the new pavement is about where you want to start braking. You'll see it coming across right here, new pavement. Hard brakes for me. I've got big speed, 150 plus. 160 sometimes. Late apex here, back on throttle. You can swing out wide if you need to there. Set up left to go right. This is a fun little section here. I tap the curb here and then I go deep on the curb here. You can make this hard straight here, hugging the left side. I was trying something a little bit different here, getting out to the right. Kind of more of a momentum line, but just trying something differently there. But you can stay a hard track left there. All right, coming around here is 3 apexes to the right. Middle to the 2/3 over on the left side, entering this, and then just managing the grip. It's real easy to go off track left here, and you go from old pavement to new pavement with different grip. Now another big curb jump here. Right here I straddle that turbo right underneath the car. Swing out wide if you need to. The NASCAR guys go really wide there. And then coming into turn 20, late apex on throttle. Don't hit the inside wall. There's a lot of runoff to the right. People overcorrect and hit the inside wall there. Running up the hill, like I said, you're going to see a dark band coming across the track right there. Jump, kind of settle, and then mash the brakes for me. Well, that's it for this COTA video. If your instructor is giving you different advice, different line, follow their guidance. They're there to make your day safe, have fun. There's going to be different opinions on how to get around the track. Just follow their guidance. I spend a lot of time there working with different students. Everybody has slightly different opinions on it, but it's a fun track. It's a pro-level track. It's fun to be able to get out where you see these F1 or NASCARs ripping around the track and enjoy it in an HPDE setting. Thanks for watching the video. See you next time.